Old Country is made up of 3 modular units, or face rises, a 2 3/16, a 3 7/16, and a 4 11/16. The 4 11/16 being what is referred to as the alpha stone. Each size is packaged on a separate skid and comes in random lengths. It's always best to set the alpha stone first and work around it. The alpha stone should be placed about 1 to 1.5 feet apart and should never touch each other. By staggering the alpha stones, you eliminate long horizontal lines in the wall. Horizontal joint lengths should never exceed 3 to 4 feet with Old Country. The offset from one vertical joint to the next should be at least 4 inches, and the tallest vertical joint in the wall should be equal to the tallest stone in the wall. In a standard body Old Country, the alpha stone will cover about 20% of the wall. The 3 7/16 will cover about 40%, and the 2 3/16 will cover the remaining 40%. Following these guidelines enables a bricklayer on the other side of the building to replicate the same patterns and distances. Old Country uses a staggered bonding line, which is formed using the 3 7/16 stone and crossing it with the 2 3/16 stone. A bonding line allows you to lift or lower a wall without cutting any stones horizontally. Our bonding guidelines are as follows. 2 3/16 will bond with 1 4 11/16. As with all of our stone, the heights are set, the depths are set, only the lengths will be cut. Since there are much fewer joints in a stone wall than in a brick wall, it makes the joints even more important. It's critical to fill the head joint prior to inserting the stone. Both vertical and horizontal joints should be laid with 3/8 of an inch mortar. Be sure to maintain an airspace between the structure and the back of the stones. Always line up the backs of the stones, never the fronts. An easy way to do this is to keep one hand on the top of the stone, place your fingers behind, and let them act as a standardized spacer. Use the other hand to set the stone. Maintaining an airspace helps with drainage, drying, sound resistance, and thermal resistance. Once you've set the stone, cut off the excess, set your level, and move to the next stone. As always, avoid stepping or stringing together more than 2 to 3 units of the same height, or creating box patterns in the wall.